What's going on, YouTube? I wanted to make a quick video. I hope everybody had an awesome 4th of July, wherever in the world you live. I hope you had an awesome 4th of July. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, had time with family, and just had a bunch of fun. I know I had a lot of fun on the 4th. I enjoyed myself. I spent time with family and friends, watched some fireworks because they weren't doing fireworks in the city I live in, so we went and watched some awesome fireworks, some big boomers, that were just lit off from normal people. But the subject that I was getting on today, do I believe that America oppresses people of color? My answer to that question is no. I do not believe that America oppresses people of color. Now, does that mean that there's not racist people that live in this country? No, I believe there's racist people that live in every country. I believe you could go to a different country and find a racist person. But I do not believe I do not believe that America is oppressing people of color and that it's giving white people such a greater opportunity of life than it is people of color. I believe in hard work. I believe in if you want something, you have to earn it. It can't be given to you. That you have to earn what you want in life. You know, the reason for me that I don't believe that America is oppressing people, because we look at this, look at how many successful people of color there is in this country. And when I say successful, I mean successful on all levels, whether it be movie stars or sports or lawyers or doctors. But for me, if America was so oppressed, and if America oppressed all these people of color, why is it that everyone wants to come to America, right? Because we are a land of opportunity. We are a land of, if you want it, you can get it, but you have to earn it. If you want it, you can get it, but you have to earn it. That's what I believe. I believe that if you want something in life, whatever it is that you want in life, you can get it, but you have to go out and earn it. And if you're not willing to earn it, if you're not willing to go out and earn the thing that you want in life, then you're not going to get it, because nobody's just going to give it to you. Nobody's just going to say, oh, hey, oh, yeah, I know you want this, so here you go, you can have this. And this narrative that somehow everybody of color is oppressed in America, everybody wants to come to America. I know a lot of people say, well, if you don't like it here, leave. And this is what I'm going to say. If you feel that America is oppressing you, if you feel that America is so racist against you, and if you feel that America is stopping you from being able to achieve what you're trying to achieve, then find a country that is not going to oppress you. Find a country that is going to give you all the opportunities that you're looking for in America, and allow somebody else, allow another immigrant or allow another American to reap the benefits of this country that you've been reaping from this country. I mean, in a way I am, but I'm saying it in a more delicate way, that if you feel this country is not good enough for you, if you're burning the flag for this country, if you are one of those people, you are more than welcome to leave this country. I just find it funny how all of these people, white, black, blue, brown, purple, of any color, continually say, America is this, America is that, oh, I hate America, oh, I this, I that. And I understand that you shouldn't have to leave a place, you should be able to create change. But if you've been saying this and saying this and saying this, then leave. You're more than welcome to leave. Oh, Canada does this better. Well, you're more than welcome to go and live in Canada. You're more than welcome. And we will allow somebody else to come to America, become a citizen, and reap the benefits that you've been reaping as an American. Or there was a video I saw on Facebook, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he said he was an immigrant. He came here, became a U.S. citizen, joined the U.S. military, and does well for himself. He followed the American dream, does well for himself. I can't remember the guy's name, though. But he said this. He said, if America said to you, we'll give you $250,000, but you have to give up complete citizenship of being an American and leave this country, and you can never come back. So we'll give you $250,000, but you have to leave the country and you can never come back to this country, ever. Would you do it? But most people are going to answer that question and say, I would never do that. Why shouldn't I have to accept money and leave a country that I live in? But you hate it. But you hate the country. You hate it. You hate the country. So if you hate the country so much, why be here? Why continue to reap the benefits of this country? Why not you leave because you hate it so much and allow somebody else to reap those benefits? That sounds like a plan to me. That sounds like a plan to me. It's so hypocritical. We live in such a hypocritical time where we have this Black Lives Matter movement, right? The statement Black Lives Matter, I can say I agree with, right? Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, Purple Lives Matter. I personally think everybody matters. I'm not going to, I think the statement that until Black Lives Matter, no lives matter is an absolutely ignorant statement to make. But I think that just lives matter. It doesn't have to be all lives. It doesn't have to be black lives, but just lives. Lives in general matter. Your life matters. My life matters. My fiance's life matters. My mom's life matters. Doesn't matter the color of my skin, but my life matters. Racial divide in this country. That's the movement of the Black Lives Matter organization. That's the movement of the left. It is very simple, and that is racial divide. It's racial divide. Divide Americans, start a racial war. That's not what I want. That's sick. Nobody wants that shit. You know, nobody wants that. Is there racist people in this country? Yeah, there's racist people in this country. There's racist people in Canada. There's racist people in Mexico. There's racist people. On to the next subject that I want to talk about. So in Georgia, there was a black militia, and they were going to Stone. I don't even know what it is. I've never even heard of it. Stone Mountain or something like that. I guess it's the front or the KKK. That's where they started. I have no idea. But they went there. Now, I don't have an issue. I think it's fantastic. Those individuals having firearms. I am the most pro 2A. I think everyone should have firearms, 100%. I think it's fantastic, and I think it was great to see them standing up and using their Second Amendment, which was freaking awesome. My problem with it was when they approached a white man in a van and demanded reparations from him. For number one, you don't deserve reparations, right? I didn't own slaves and you weren't a slave. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You were never a slave in this country, and I was never a slave owner in this country. So that's how that goes. And the fact that they were holding guns and they approached that white man and they're yelling at him and telling him, we want reparations, where are our reparations, with guns in their hands. And then they're marching and they're holding their fist to the sky and they're saying black power. If a group of white people were marching down the road with guns, as they were, now we remember this, if we go back about 2 months, they rallied in, was it Virginia or Washington? Michigan, I think it might have been. And all of those gun owners were called racist because they were white and they owned guns. And so they were, but if white people went down and they put their fists to the sky and they said white power holding firearms, and then they approached a black man in a car and started yelling at him, that would be racist. So it's racist when a white person does it, but it's not racist when a black person does it, right? This is my problem with what's happening in this country, is the divide, this hypocrisy, that if a white guy holds a gun and goes and rallies because his constitutional rights are being taken away from him, he's a racist. If a black man or black woman holds a gun and rallies because their constitutional rights are being infringed upon, they're deemed good for you. Put your fist to the sky. This hypocrisy has to stop, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And look, it's not like I'm sitting here and I know how to stop it, but my one thought on how to stop it is everybody just needs to shut the fuck up and quit crying, go to work, make money, support your family, support your community, and love your neighbors. There you go. There's your solution. Stop crybabying. Stop crying. Stop whining. because I just feel like that's what it is, just people being crybabies. You had a statue, and whether the statue was racist or not, you had a statue that sat there for 100 years, or it sat there for 20 years, or it sat there for 50 years, or it sat there for 60 years. It never bothered you. You passed it every day. It never, you never sat back and said, I'm going to go rally to tear it down. In the statues, I want to believe, and I feel like I believe that the statues are not there to say, oh, look, it's there to say that guy, how far we've come as a nation, how far we've come as a country. The statues are there to say, this is where we've been, and we never want to go back to that time. It's crazy how people want to rewrite history. They want to erase history and rewrite it, and that's very scary. It's very scary when people want to rewrite history, because it's scary. It's scary to think that right now history is being erased and rewritten. And I think that a lot of individuals need to open up history books, do real research, because a lot of that stuff you're learning in school, it's not real history. It's skewed. It's been milked. So I encourage everybody to do real research, really research what it was back in the day, really research the history of this country and of the world, for that matter. But let's all stop being hypocrites, right? Let's stop being hypocrites. Let's stop crying. Let's stop whining. Let's stop acting like first graders. And let's start acting like adults, going to work, getting a job, supporting our families, helping our communities out, loving our neighbors. And if you're religious, be religious. If you're not religious, don't be religious. And don't look at somebody else differently. Don't judge someone based on what they wear or how they look or the color of their skin. Judge them based on the content of their character. Judge them based on how they act, their content, their character, right? If somebody shoots a child dead in the street, that guy's a murderer. Plain and simple, murderer. And though, like I said, we all just need a little more love in this world to get along and to judge people based on the content of their character. I grew up that way. My grandma always told us, you never judge somebody, always judge the person based on who they are, always judge the person based on the content of their character. Don't judge them based on how they look. Don't judge them based on what they're wearing, and don't judge them based on the color of their skin, because you don't know that person. So judge them based on the content of their character. Judge them on their heart. You know, that's the way I grew up. That's the family I grew up in. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for listening. Some of you probably don't agree with the way that I think. Some of you maybe do agree. And I'm not sorry if you don't agree. I'm not sorry if you don't agree with me. Because these are my opinions, these are my thoughts. And in the United States of America, I'm entitled to those things. Just like you are entitled to disagree with me, and you are entitled to agree with me if you'd like. But I appreciate you all for watching. I appreciate you all for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel, listening to me rant on my videos. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys on the next